All right, we're down here at the donut shop. Let's go get this thing started. I'm gonna walk you guys through everything we do to open the donut shop, you know. First thing I do, get this fryer turned on, up to temp, and turn the proofer on. Check out the water here in a sec. And get some lights on in here. All right, I've got our scale turned on. So today we're just gonna make one dough of donuts. We measure our donut production in dough. One dough is 22 pounds. Typically we run about 3 dough of donuts on a weeknight, sometimes 4. Today, we are closed, so I'm just cooking our wholesale account, which is a gas station here. So I'm just running one dough, so it's pretty easy. So we're just gonna do 16 pounds of donut mix. So just zero those out. And I've got our donut flour over here. So we're just gonna scoop mix in here until we hit 16 pounds. Switch to the other hand so you guys can see. I always try to be really clean as I bake. Can't tell from that scoop though. Doing this offhanded just for you guys. All right, we got our flour. Now we're gonna do our water. Zero that out. I'm gonna get water warming up there in the sink behind me. I did wash my hands. I just didn't grab that on camera. We've got our temperature probe here. So we're just gonna stick that in the flour and temp our dough. We're running about 65 or so. Gotta figure out where to look on this whole camera. So about 65. You always look to the wrong side of the phone, so I'm not avoiding you, I promise. 65-degree flour, so we want our water to be 95 degrees. I'm just gonna get some water in our pitcher here. About 110. Add some cold water to her. So we come to temp. Yeah, looking at your toes again. Okay, we've got some hot water. So you're doing 16 pounds of flour, so we're gonna go with 7.5 pounds of water. So that is 7 pounds. And how many ounces? That's 8 ounces, Jordan. 8 ounces of water. I've never concentrated so hard in my life. I'm gonna let that begin to incorporate flour and our water. And now I've got our yeast bin here, and we're gonna measure out our yeast. I'm gonna go 6 ounces of yeast. You're gonna see the reality of life in a donut shop here. Not everything is always perfect. In fact, rarely so. Not everything is always as clean as I want it. And just kind of in a constant battle with sugar and flour here. It gets everywhere and it stays there. And yeah, like here, dirty dishes, dirty dishes. Oh yeah, well. Flour's mixing. It's gonna mix for 12 minutes. And I'm not gonna just jib jabber away for 12 minutes. I figure check back in when it's done. While the flour's mixing, come into the office here. And let me show you the office quick. That's the office. Make a sign telling people we're closed today. I don't know if you'll be able to read this or not, but because it's like backwards and stuff. Anyway, got this sign done and print. The sign is posted in the window. Let's go check on our dough. So it's got good structure and it's formed pretty well. What you want is a nice smooth dough like that. That's nice. It's all homogeneous. It's one nice big ball of dough. You don't want it all strung out and scraggly. And it's with too much water, it'll be sticking to the bowl. If it's not enough, it'll look really dry, and you can kind of hear it if you listen close. It sort of has like a little pillowy sound. That's what you want. All right, our dough is done mixing. You can tell it's in good shape because when I put my hand on it, it's got like, it kind of sticks to it, but it's not, no dough's pulling off on my fingers. So we want to run a wet-ish dough, but not too wet. All right, I'm gonna have to put you down because I can't do this with one hand, but I'm gonna drop this bowl down and move this dough over to there and cover it. And we're gonna let it rise for about 25 minutes. Normally tonight, we would be right now getting our next dough going and starting our old fashions in the fryer and our cake donuts while our dough rises. But tonight, since we're just doing one dough, 16 pounds, we're just going to let it rise in the bowl here. And I just put an apron over it to keep the air off so it doesn't get crusty. So we're gonna give that some time, and it should about double in size is what we're going for. Once that doubles, we're gonna bun it. It's been about half an hour, and our dough is nice and poofy. Ready to bun. I'm gonna try to set you guys up to watch the bunning. What I found is everyone buns a little different. I'm wearing one glove because I nicked my hand here and I've got a little bleed going. So I threw a glove on. Don't worry, this hand's clean. But you don't want to mix blood in the donuts. It's all possible. So I've got 3 buns here, 2, 3, and I want to tell you guys why I did 3 buns. So I've got little bun, big bun. Usually we'll do 4, but in this case I'm making a few Bavarian creams, that's the filled, a few Long Johns, and then a whole lot of rings. So I needed more rings than anything else. That's what I have a big bun for. I'm gonna chop some off and make some apple fritters. dough has rested. It's nice and soft. Ready to run through the sheeter. This is our sheeter. The dough goes in, comes out here, runs through here, and we cut it into shapes. A couple different shapes. So I'm gonna set up and run this dough. I'm gonna try to get some footage of this going through. It's kind of hard with just me here, so I'll do my best. We're frying. Got fritters done. I skipped ahead a bit on you, so I kind of forgot to pick up the camera. We've got the bars done, and I fried our Bismarcks, and they're over here on the tray cooling. Yeah, well, I kind of skipped ahead on you a little bit. I've got all these donuts decorated, and they're in boxes. And we're gonna drive them up to our gas station and deliver. And I'll check in with you a little bit. So I wanted to show you just a few of these. We have our chocolate and maple bars, and we've got, give you a little peek in here. All the others finished up there. So yeah, kind of had to just crank these out, and it's hard to do the two-hand, one-hand thing. Need them both to decorate. So gonna show you that part, but we will get you next time, and let's go deliver some donuts. All right, we're at the gas station. I'm gonna grab our donuts out and head on in.